get this bollocks underway. Perhaps progress will be made. Who knows? Because it's time to split, as this chapter is apparently called. And we're on the weather deck, which may or may not have anything to do with Magic the Gathering, as we've determined prior to starting the recording. So there you go. I really do wish this had some sort of, you know, like voice actor narrating this kind of stuff. But to be honest, the only time I see it is when I reload the game, so... I think at that point, if they had a voice actor for this, they'd probably want to make it a little bit more central to the game. Also, this is a lot of text. Somewhat ironically... It's done! It is! It's got some weird, like, rock music going on in the background. Oh, right. The weather deck, otherwise known as the deck that's outside. Hello. I want your loot back there, but there's about 1 billion of you. And you're in the way of the loot, so... And they're probably relatively fast, no? Alright. If I can ambush this group, that'd be sweet. And it looks like this is a group I could possibly ambush. Ambushicles. Like so. Task complete. Next thing. And I'm gonna quake it, even though I only have 1 point. Would you cast it? Thank you. Just so we get everything staggered like I want it to. 'Tis all I ask. Apparently I am live streaming right now. I was completely and utterly caught unaware by this news that has been brought upon me. I really do hope we kill this Viking during this stagger, but it's looking highly unlikely. 'Cause it's already pretty low. Come on, people! Freaking Hope just did 7.2 thousand damage. That's ridiculous.
No,
I'm pretty sure he did 7.2, unless I read that wrong. Look at that score, man. Can't compete with my score. Right, that was easy. Thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult than that, but... Can I has loot? A Whistlewind Scarf, apparently. What does this scarf do? ATB advantage and ATB rate up. Sign me up. I don't know what ATB advantage does. Does she start with an ATB gauge, or does she gain more when she stabs stuff? I don't know. This is all a great mystery to me. Also, I really don't want to fight any of these, but I guess I probably should be, considering they're not very hard. Especially since I keep preemptively striking them, more or less accidentally. Seems like that's something I should probably figure out, but whatever. Plus we keep AoEing everything, which makes this a lot easier.
Worth the effort.
I suppose. They don't give very much experience, though. It's greatly disappointing. Is there loot around here? Are they hiding loot from me? They're not. Kind of disappointed in the fact. Pardon me, pardon me. That's right. As long as you stay focused. As long as they don't fly a bunch of those doofuses in. There's a loot over there. There's just a loot. Singular loot. There is not singular doofuses flying around though, which is kind of disappointing. I think I just aggroed a Viking somehow.
On your toes.
Yep, not entirely sure how I managed to aggro a Viking, but I did. Look at how fast her gauge fills. I wonder if you upgrade this, if it upgrades that boost, so I can give her like a permanent haste and then give her haste. Also, we're dying. Probably should sort that out. Let's see if we can get this dude killed, and then we'll probably end up throwing a Phoenix down at Hope for no reason. Nope. See if we can save Hope. I think he just hit someone else. There we go. Hope, save yourself, man.
Don't worry. Are you looking at me?
Please, thank you. I think she actually just dodged that hit by doing a backflip. It's pretty pro right there. I still like the fact that Vikings are pink. I mean, it's Viking and it's pink. It's not just pink as well, it's got light blue. It's all of the more feminine colors they could possibly choose for a Viking. Not that saying Vikings can't be feminine, but hey. What are they weak to? Alright. Wait. Why do they keep casting arrow if it's not weak to arrow? Does arrow do something I'm unaware of? Because both of them are casting arrow on the last one. And yes, light blue is feminine. It's actually not. Light blue is kind of like a baby boy kind of color, but you know. Let's just say it's not very masculine. It's not blood red, let's put it that way. Blood red's a very masculine color. I'm just making crap up, saying how long it takes for someone to get aggravated. I have to go all the way over there to get... And these guys are probably up with the Vikings, so I'm not going to be able to ambush them or fight them separately. Is that enough dudes? Seriously, man. I don't know where they came from. I may be able to ambush this Viking if he would come a bit closer. Because I don't think the other guy on my right here actually saw me. Like so! Glorious! For the glory of the motherland, etc., etc. Or the fatherland, or the sisterland, or...
We can get through this.
I think it's just the motherland and the fatherland that anyone ever uses. I don't think there's a sisterland or something like that. If there is, someone should tell me. I'm actually kind of curious now. I really probably should kill the Viking first, but they're not very hard when they're alone. Although it just blocked. I think that's the only time I've ever seen it block anything. Probably because it wasn't airborne for the first time in ever. Yeah, we're nowhere near gonna kill this thing. Ah, well. At least we'll get lots of its health down. Especially when Hope hits it. I like how Hope is like our main damage dealer now. Also, when it slows down, that's the, what's it doing? It just did something that nearly killed Fang that I've never seen it do. The slowdown when it's about to run out of stagger is that one ability that we barely ever get to see. Thermal discharge, that's what it's called. It's thermal discharging all over Lightning's face. It's kind of weird. Should probably stop doing that. I'm spamming. Ooh, another incentive chip. I'm spamming Quake quite a bit more than I probably should be. And a perfect conductor. I think we have 2 of those now. I already used one. They're perfect, and they're conductors. I don't really understand the upgrade system, but whatever. I don't know how putting a perfect conductor on a sword makes it a better sword, but whatever. There's no items down here, is there? No. Can I just bypass you? I'm gonna say yes and do it. Lol. Someone's gonna say I should be fighting them for experience, and admittedly I probably should be fighting them for experience, but... you know, and loots. that kind of thing. But look at them, man. This is getting ridiculous. But what is the point of those? They just fold up and spew fire for what I'm saying. But would I have to do like, you know, 20 fights just to move slightly forward? It becomes a bit ridiculous. Getting tired of your bollocks, game. And I want to fight things 47 times. Now everyone in the stream chat's gonna tell me I should be fighting them. Hate you people. Hate you people with a passion. Alright, wait, there's a path over here. Is there loots? There is loots. And there's enemies. Of course there's enemies. Why would there not be enemies? That would be silly. I can't just have unguarded loot. Buffoon.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, I should check if it'll let me swap my party now. Or if Snow's just gonna perpetually stand there and be useless. Probably the latter. At least these dragoons aren't very hard. They stagger real quick too. Which is splendid. Absolutely splendid. Maybe they realized their last iteration of these dudes was complete bollocks. Hurt him. Someone? There we go.
Just like I planned.
That's right. Apparently Hope planned it all out. I thought it was raining, but it's not. Just sounds like it's raining. Maybe it's raining on the other side of the house, I don't know. That'd be silly if it was. Give me loot. 13 barbed tails. They're starting to give me large quantities of... I still can't change it anyway. Well, why is even in the party? They're giving me large quantities of organic materials now. Which is fine by me, quite frankly. I'm all for organic materials. Although those are cheap, I'd rather them give me... I'd rather them give me just a bunch of perfect conductors, but that's not gonna happen. Those give like 1,000 experience, which is insane. Water, you say? Aw, almost made it. Oh, that was easy. Someone told me getting role level actually gives you improvements for that specific class, but I wasn't paying attention when I just did that, despite the fact I should have been. So maybe we'll get another role level and I can see what happens. I don't know if that's actually true. I haven't bothered to look it up. The game hasn't said anything about it, so... And I'm pretty lazy about the looking things up thing. Because it just says, you know, gain a level. Woohoo! What does that mean? Don't know, it never tells you. Alright, so she has 286 strength, some magic. She still has 286 strength, so it doesn't increase that, at the very least. No, go somewhere. Go that way. That way, there you go. Game was confused because I pushed too many buttons simultaneously. And another accessory slot, sweet. Maybe I'll give her the feel less pain accessory. Lowers target's odds of interrupting actions and avoiding interruption of own. And Kurska. So you get Curse and Kurska at this basically the same time. And that one deals damage and makes them interruption prone. What? Whatever. Whatever, game. Let's make Happy Face Snow here some extra levels. He's already maxed that. Sentinel. It's a good point. It went from Curse to Kurska. There was no second level curse between those two. Maybe there's a second level curse later, but that seems a bit silly to get first to third and then second. To be honest, I wouldn't put it past this game anyway, though. Alright, let's give her her additional equipment. she have anything that'll boost more strength? Or HP? That. Let's give her more strength. Give her a power wristband, because why not? Look at all the enemies and their horrible lowering of my frame rate. I find it hilarious how often this game has lowered frame rate because of the crap on the screen. They put so much crap on the screen the game can't even run. And I could make Fang resist lightning. Is there an item back there? No. Is that just like an easier way past, or what? There's an item back there. Way in the back corner. Pardon me, excuse me, coming through. You're right, why don't we? I'm still in the freaking detection radius of something, I'm not entirely sure what. Probably not gonna ambush them. We'll fight this group and see if this is an easier way past all of the bollocks in the area. Because we gotta kill deck drones, yo. Deck drones on the weather deck. Maybe the deck drones are the one who make the decks for Magic. The story has become more complex and intertwined, or something. Please stop murdering lightning. Much appreciated. If we get a whole bunch more incentive chips, I'll probably spend that. I'll get a level on the item that lightning has to see if I can boost her ATB gauge even more. Because that would make her even more powerful than she honestly already is. Although, I may want to give that to Hope now that I'm thinking about that. Because, I mean, you know, not only is Hope a medic, but he's also a freaking powerhouse now. Either provoke it or heal me. One of the two. Thank you. And she provoked it as well. Whatever. I think I will swap out one of the items that Hope or Lightning has. Hope and Lightning has. Auto battle everything. It's the only way to play this game. Auto battle. Auto battle like a boss. That's what the game gets for putting an auto battle feature in. Admittedly, you can if you're quick enough and you know where all the stuff is in the menus. I don't like the menus. Like if I go to abilities, it's not sorted the way I want it to be. You may be able to change that. I'm not sure, but you can go through and manually pick abilities. But you're just gonna pick the same abilities that the game's picking in all likelihood. I got a perfect conductor. Hooray! I'm pleased. And Vikings are the ones that drop perfect conductors, so maybe I should fight all the Vikings. Who knows? I'm gonna have to fight that Viking at the very least, I think. I think he's part of that group. He may not be. He's part of this group. You having fun there, buddy? Just doing some circles? Some sweet loot circles? Oh, another one has joined. There's a bunch of doofuses doing circles now. Glorious. Freaking glorious. Aw, someone spotted me. So I have to fight 3 dudes? Really?
We can win if we stay focused. You're nothing.
I don't like fighting 3 dudes. They hurt. Oh, I forgot to swap lightning stuff around. Lightning and hoops. Which means we're gonna have to do some healing. Cast that. Just kill it. Because we need to heal. Because someone's dying. Hopefully not lightning. It is lightning. Lightning died.
No.
TY, they were all provoked, but lightning died anyway. Well done. Well done, me. Let's swap the items around now that I'm back here. You just put on something, I don't care what. Hope. Take that off. He's gonna be squishy. Wait a second. Wait a second here. Put something else back on. She gets bonus from that item. She has an additional advantage from that item that Hope does not seem to get. Is that true of other items? Like, are there specific items that specific people are good with? What is this? Why is this? Why? Why does it do that? I'm confused. I guess she gets to keep it. And we'll see if we can boost his magic a little bit more, if possible. We can boost his HP, which isn't a bad idea because he's squishy. Looks like that's what we're gonna be doing. Well, guess we'll leave it at that. I may have to investigate that further. I may also have to use an Aegisol. I would greatly appreciate ambushing this guy, but no, he has the freaking response time of a squirrel.
Keep your mind on the battle.
Freaking rabid squirrel is the response time he has. I just want one of these dudes down. Is that too much to ask? I think that's too much to ask. 'Cause, Hope, you're dying, man. Everyone's dying. Time to medic. Because someone's dying again. Who is it? It was Hope! And now he's not dying anymore.
Keep the enemy off balance.
Indeed, keep them off balance by killing them, please. That's the best way to keep things off balance. There we go. Much better, except I had to use an Aegisol, which means the only thing I have left is the freaking Ether Sol. That there toilet paper dispenser. Technique point dispenser, whatever. There really is no reason to make these enemies have so much health. So all it really boils down to is us just juggling the dude for like 2 minutes until he finally dies. And people flying in the air for, 30 seconds at a time, but whatever. It's cool. And he's dead. Hooray! Now I need to kill another perfect conductor and an incentive ship. Good times. Need to kill another 4 dudes who are either drunk or have no idea how to use jetpacks, one of the two. And Rev's here telling me about this garbage. This game would be much better if, there was a reason not to push the freaking X button repeatedly every time I got into a battle. It's like I'm speedrunning, I'm just mashing the X button. At this point, the only thing I care about in this game is the pretty cutscenes. Because they're pretty, and I like pretties. I swear to God, if they kill you, Hope, all I ask is they stop murdering you. It's not gonna happen. Although I should point out, I don't actually know what game I'm gonna do after this, in terms of console crap. Thing's healed now. I have a whole bunch of stuff in my queue from Gamefly to rent, but I don't actually know what I'm gonna do next. I could do, I've got Armored Core, I've got several Armored Cores on there. Some of the later ones, because I have no way to record the early Armored Cores, because they don't run on emulators very well. I got Dynasty Warriors 8. I can't actually remember all of what I have. I have another game by Koei, with 100 Years War or something like that. I don't remember the name of the game, actually. I have a bunch of random miscellaneous games on that list. How about that? Although if you have a specific game you want to see me play, I think Tales of Xillia just came out. So if that's for 360, I may add that to the list and play it, because apparently that's a pretty good iteration of the game. Someone asked, who's excited for Final Fantasy XV? Probably not a whole lot of people. I shouldn't say that, but... and 14 is not out, so... Can I run past you? Is that a feasible accomplishment? Please, run! They're faster than me. Aha, but there's a magical exclamation point here. Exclamation point. Explanation point. I suppose they're more or less the same for this game's purpose.
So, Light, how you figure this makes us lucky? Because when we kill it, we're one step closer to Vanille. How's that? Well, when you put it that way...
When you put it that way, you have horrible voice acting. But hey, time to murder a thing. What we probably should do is run Synergist and Saboteur, so we can debuff the crap out of this thing in theory. Like that. Slowed. I think that's the only debuff she actually has. Kinda garbage like that. I will be doing Final Fantasy XIV, which for those of you unaware is an MMO. I'll be doing Rome 2. We have a character with an Australian accent. Not even a very good Australian accent either. I'll be doing Rome 2. I may be doing Europa Universalis 4 if I can manage to pronounce that name 3 times in a row. Spoiler, that's probably never going to happen. But that's pretty much it. Rome 2 won't come on release because they'll probably copyright it like crazy, so I'll probably live stream it, wait a month, then start doing some Rome 2 for YouTube. And I don't know about EU4. Probably EU4 won't be for a long time, because I think I may do Crusader Kings 2 and then use the save game converter to carry that over to EU4 and just make it even more complicated than it needs to be. I like complicated things. Yay, this is a very easy boss if that's what this is supposed to be. Watch as I mash the A button in a speedrunner style. Apparently, this is how you diagnose that people have Australian accents. Just imagine them saying, "Put another shrimp on the Barbie." And that is how you determine if said person is apparently Australian. So there you go. Straight from the voice of Rev. Or the text of Rev. Suppose they're not one and the same. Or crikey, mate. Although I don't think they all say that, so... I am, as it turns out, not Australian. There you go. Who knew? There's apparently another one. It has a face on its bum.
One big fat stroke of luck after another. I'm so happy I could cry.
Tease us, will ya?
Come down here!
Do we have to fight another one, really? Oh no, the ship just exploded, okay. Oh, Chocofro's here. And that crazy moaning girl. I'm more interested in Chocofro. Do we get to hear moaning?
Miss me? You, the monster! Where?
I guess we don't get to hear any moaning. Vanille, I am disappointed in the lack of moaning. I think it may be actually easier just to straight up stagger this guy than worry about debuffing, although he does a lot of damage.
You asked for it.
So maybe we should anyway, because he's murdering Hope. I kind of wish he would stop doing that. Sir, can you stop murdering me? Oh, he changed. Whoa, what's going on here? Unless, I think he changed, unless I was just missing something, because now he's got a 300% stagger point. Apparently, people have issues trying to figure out what kind of accent I have. I am from Florida. He appears to also be nuking Hope, so... You know what, Hope? If you die, I'll just throw a Phoenix down at you. How about that? He died. I'll throw a Phoenix down at him. Efficiency! Woohoo! I'm from Florida. My accent is Southeastern American.